What would you do if you were to become a world leader? Does it sound like a question for a school exam? Well, as Democrat Joe Biden prepares for his inauguration as the next U.S. president on the 20th of January, several Hollywood stars have expressed what they would do if they were in his shoes. The responses ranged from a focus on climate change to healthcare and social justice. Listen in.
One of the first things I would do is to really put climate change at the top of the agenda. I think that the pandemic is a precursor to some of what is ahead for us if we don't really look after this planet.
I would argue that the very first thing we have to do is get, as many rapid tests as we can possibly get that are incredibly accurate, so that tomorrow, within the next, 6 weeks, you could jam something up your nose like a pregnancy test. If it turns green, you can go to the school or go to a concert or go to whatever, or go to the grocery store. And if it turns red, you go home. And then it seems as if the vaccines are pretty exciting.
After party, baby, but with mask on. Big celebration of just life and humanity. But what we would really need to do is make sure that we get this pandemic under control and really respect it. And what I would tell people, I say, hey, we talk about God, we talk about Jesus, but I think that Mother Nature is trying to tell us something, that you're not bigger than the universe and that you have to respect what is going on and what is happening.
Not be president. The way a president looks after they've served, President Obama, aged 30 years in his 8 years of presidency. The responsibility is...
God forbid. I don't want the gig. I do not want that gig. Here's what I would do. The first thing that I would do as president is listen to science. And that is a pretty good place to start.
I would immediately have a discussion on zoning. That's the first thing I would look at. Hey, wait a second. States, I think this is a recipe for disaster to have this type of zoning in urban communities where there's liquor stores next to check cashing, next to bad food, next to motels, next to schools that are next to strip clubs. This is a very bad cocktail.
I would say Valentine's Day should be a holiday. I would say we shouldn't have to work on Valentine's Day. I would say that we should not have to work on any other real holidays. Mine would be about the holidays that we have to work on, we should take off. So that would be my platform. Lucy, what about you?
Yes, and I think there should be a national food holiday.
Yeah.
Just tagging along to what you said, we should celebrate food, and that should be a national holiday.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.